Channel. My name is Michael Mastro. This is Vastu Creations. Today we're going to look at the chart for Joni Mitchell, very famous singer, songwriter. If you look to the eastern horizon when she was born using Vedic sidereal astrology, not Western astrology, you would see the um, constellation associated with Gemini rising at 26 degrees. 26 degrees becomes the most effective point of every house. Any planet, like Sun, like Moon, that's within 5 degrees has a lot of impact in the chart. So we look at in transformational Vedic astrology to see where the Multicorner signs are 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 11 to see what this person is working on in this lifetime. So, first sign of Aries, ruled by Mars, working on income and social connections. Fourth sign of Cancer, ruled by Moon, in the second house, working on wealth and fame and stability in marriage. Fifth sign of Leo in the third house, ruled by Sun, working on performing arts and success. And then the sixth sign of Virgo, ruled by Mercury, in the house of trying to figure out what makes this person happy and home life, happiness through home life. And then seventh sign of Libra, ruled by Venus in the fifth house. So learning how to channel your creativity, to perform for other people, to entertain. And then the ninth sign of Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter in the house of partnerships and living abroad. And then the 11th sign of Aquarius, ruled by Saturn in the ninth house, having to do with good fortune, belief systems, etc. So let's look and see how the planets are operating, and then we'll see when the planets are operating and what we could do to improve the chart. So first we have Sun at 21 degrees. It rules the house of success, and it connects success with where that planet is in the fifth house of creativity. So her success is connected to her leadership abilities of Sun being in that house of creativity. And this third house has to do with performing arts as well. Moon is ruling the house of wealth. So wealth and fame through the placement of Moon in the career house, giving the second house has to do with your voice, giving voice to mind, emotions, and channeling that in your career. Then we have Mars is at 28 degrees. Any planet that's more than 25 is said to be in old age. It's ruling the house of income. So income through ability to express the feeling of separation and depression in your life. She's used these challenges in her life to help other people by expressing her feelings and emotions. If anybody's seen Love Actually, Emma Thompson talks about listening to Joni Mitchell to learn how to feel again, being a cold English woman. So it's I love that movie. And then Mercury. Mercury is ruling this house of happiness. So it brings happiness through that ability to communicate, creativity, entertain other people, connection with Sun, that leadership quality. Then Jupiter is ruling the house of relationships, placed in the house of success. So it's through her partnerships, collaborations with other performers, through her agents and the partnerships she had with the record labels that she became successful. And then Venus is creativity. It's ruling this house of creativity and children. And Now Jupiter, back to Jupiter for a second, it also has to do with husband and children. So there, it's at 2 degrees. It's in infant state and it's weak. So there can be some challenges for husband, some challenges for partnerships, some challenges for children. And then Saturn is ruling the house of good fortune. So good fortune comes through Saturn and the ability to help other people to express their emotions through her song and singing and songwriting. And then Rahu and Ketu are always teaching people about balance. Now, so Ketu is giving, Ketu and Rahu are not afflicting anything in the chart. They're benign, but they give Ketu, in the positive side, gives insights into expressing her vulnerabilities, and Rahu gives ambition for wealth and fame. So, but they're balancing the material, which is second house, and the spiritual, which is the eighth house. Now, just a couple things about health. She had a brain aneurysm, and we can connect that with Mars. We'll see in the timing of events. And then she also had skin issues. We can connect that with Mercury. And then polio at an early age, K2 being in the eighth house, can be connected to that. So let's look at the timing of events. Very traumatic period in her life when she had to give up a baby in 1965. That was during a Jupiter period. Jupiter is children. And then in 81, she made it into the Hall of Fame during a Mercury-Saturn period. Saturn, good fortune, Mercury through her ability to communicate. And then in 82, she got married during a Venus period. Venus is home life. It's sitting in the house of home life, and it is connecting with relationships. And then in 97, she reconnected with her daughter, and that was during a Venus-Mars period. So Venus is ruling the house of children, and Mars is that reconnection from a long period of separation. Mars sitting in the house of separation. And then an incoming of, so Mars ruling the house of income. So incoming of that reconnection with her child. Then in 2015, she had a brain aneurysm during a Moon-Mars period. So Moon is mind, and being and Mars is this, feeling of separation can cause, some depression, some mental events. So that connection of mind and Moon and depression. So those are the timing events. What could we do to strengthen this chart? So we want to strengthen the benefics, which are all of the planets, through either wearing the gemstones, or a more economical, efficient solution would be a kavash, which is a silver locket containing the Devata yantras for Sun, Moon, Mars, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, and Mercury. And that will strengthen those planets. That locket contains the Devata yantras, and you can purchase those on our website at vastucreations.com. Now, for Ketu and Rahu, you want to help. For Ketu, help spiritual organizations chant Ganesh mantra. For Rahu, you want to chant Om Namah Shivaya, and help people who cannot help themselves, like giving to charity like St. Jude. So if you can see this method of astrology is very accurate. If you'd like to get a reading, you could go to www.vastucreations.com under services. We have several types of astrology reading, but a yearly reading gives you all the remedies that you need and all the timings of events in that period. And then if you'd like to learn this type of transformational Vedic astrology. Also, at vastucreations.com, you'll see courses, astrology courses. You can learn just to help your friends and family, or if you want to make it a career, you can also get certified by taking level 1 and level 2 of the transformational Vedic astrology. Thank you so much for listening, and until next time.